I'm here with NRA board member from Ohio, Linda Walker. Linda, whenever I run across you, whether it's Camp Perry or here in a hotel somewhere, I always need to grab you because you've got your fingers on so many pulses, what's going on, and especially in Ohio. I love that word this time of the political year, the battleground state. But man, Ohio is like the battleground of battleground states. So first of all, tell us what's happening on the ground in Ohio with gun owners, and then we'll talk about the election.
Right now, we've got legislation in the State House. It's House Bill 495, and it has passed the House. We're waiting for the Senate to come back for sessions after the elections. 3 points to this bill. One is it will allow the Attorney General to open up more reciprocity more easily to other states. The other one is the definition of unloaded. You know, we all think that when I've taken my loaded magazine, inserted it into my gun, that is the definition of loaded, but not in Ohio. Unless you've got a concealed handgun license in Ohio, there is no legal, lawful way to transport loaded magazines in Ohio unless you've got a CHL. We think about all the thousands of people who come to Camp Perry every year, the rifle shooters who preload their mags at home or their clips, and when they cross the border into Ohio, they're in violation of the law. And then the third and most timely point of this bill is the law says that any of us who have our concealed handgun license, prior to our second renewal, we've got to go back to an instructor and show proficiency and competency with our firearm, although the legislature never said what this class would be. But come April 8th, there were 67,000 people who were licensed in the first year of Ohio's concealed carry law. So we can go in and renew our licenses 90 days prior to our expiration date. Expiration dates are coming up on April 8th, which means we either get this passed in this session, which ends December 31st, or there's going to be, I believe, a mad rush to NRA instructors between the end of December and April 8th. Also in Ohio, whenever the governor signs a bill into law, it's 90 days before it takes effect, which if he signs it at the end of December, we're looking at the end of March. So that's timely. I would encourage everyone, call your senators and ask them to please come back into session before the election, because we need at least 3 committee meetings just to get a floor vote on it in the Senate and then get it to Governor Kasich.
It's like one of those seemingly innocuous things, but that will be, do the math, 60-something thousand people getting a proficient, that's going to be nuts.
Oh, it is. Yeah, especially since there's no definition in the law of what is the instructor supposed to do. It is up to the interpretation of the instructor of what this student is how they're going to show proficiency with the gun. So it's a silly law.
So, Linda, besides being an NRA board member, you're also on Buckeye Firearms in Ohio, Central Ohio rep, and so you've got your ear to the ground there.
Oh, absolutely.
So tell me, what are the Ohio gun owners, the Buckeye folks, and the people thinking about how they feeling about this election coming up?
Well, Ohio's always a battleground state. It's huge. I really don't know. I don't have a crystal ball. I like to be an optimist and say, Romney's going to take it with a landslide. I hope I'm correct on that. But, none of us know. And with the battleground states, the NRA has been so proactive on it. We've got campaign field reps in, I believe, 11 states. They're all battleground states. Ohio has 3 of them. We've got Michael Land up in the Ashland, Ohio area. We've got James Lee in the Dayton area. And then we've got another campaign field rep. I'm sorry, his name escapes me. I believe it's Steve, but he's up in the Bowling Green area. These gentlemen have their feet on the ground. They are out stomping 24/7 until, through November 6th. And they're looking for people to be going door to door and doing phone banking. I encourage all Ohioans to get in contact with your campaign field rep. And NRA has 25 field reps across the country in these 11 or so battleground states. Please seek out where your campaign field rep is and get out there, and we've all got to be all in on this election.